Hi everyone, welcome back. As usual, I'm here because Carol's telling me to do a video for you. So good thing she stays on top of me. But we'll do a quick update on the RV10. Want to say thanks to all of you for the kind comments on the Alaska book. Actually, sales are going very well on that. We're just kind of amazed at how many people are going to Alaska. So speaking of that, I am doing a webinar for EAA on April 23rd at 7 p.m. in the evening. So I'm going to help a lot of you understand how
Central time.
Yeah, it is Central Time, and how to get to Alaska and some of the routes, best way to do it, how to prepare, etc. So look forward to seeing or hearing some of you there. So on top of that, we've been working on the fuselage. I think the last update I showed you, the wings were complete. Fuselage is a lot of work. The wings seem to go faster, a lot of repetition in the wings. The fuselage is just a lot of drilling. It gets heavy once it's together. And so for those of you considering whether you want a quick build wing kit or a quick build fuselage kit, I would encourage you to do the fuselage as a quick build. I know that's what I wish I could have done, but here we are. And so it's all primed, as you can see, and basically the structure is all complete. I'm actually ready to put the side skins on, so I'm going to have to beg Carol to come out and do some riveting again. I don't think I can reach in and get all of them. But it went together fairly well. Pretty excited about it. One of the things we'll show you that we did that for those of you who are building might consider is to actually take care of all the soundproofing before you get all the skins and everything on. So in a lot of cases, Carol took parts, and I'm showing you this part because it was a leftover laser part. You're probably wondering why it's not in the fuselage. And it's very easy now here, you know, to trace the parts and use the super soundproofing from Aircraft Spruce. And then everything's a really nice fit. She's got them cut for already for all the floor here. They are not glued in yet because I'm not ready to put the floors in. The skins are going on first. But it's much easier to do this while you're standing up outside the airframe as opposed with the skins on and trying to work from the inside or the aft section. So, and it's amazing how much of the soundproofing actually does take. We've got it all cut for the entire floor section and the sides. Anyway, lots of drilling, lots of deburring, lots of dimpling. You know, soon we'll get these on and it'll be almost ready to attach the tail cone. So, it's going to be taking up a whole lot more room out here. I'm still pleased with the priming. I know I get notes from you. What's the priming? The primer you're using again, it is the Eastwood direct to metal primer. It seems to do very well. You can actually get it off of Amazon. And other than that, let's see some other things to tell you to do ahead of time. Make sure you open up some holes for wire runs coming to the aft portion of the fuselage, which where I'm standing right now will be the baggage bulkhead. So all the electronics in the back that you might put, you're going to want to make certain you've got wire runs there. And you can see if you look up at the firewall here, I am, before I get skins on, starting to do some things that are just going to make it easier on the firewall to work. So we got the parking brake valve here mounted. Airward makes a really nice mount for the Matco parking brake. So I've used that. And here's the tunnel access cover. You might remember to do that. Our first airplane, I didn't have that, first RV10. It's really a hassle to get to the fuel filter, which you are going to clean, you know, when you do your condition inspection. So having the side access panel makes it real easy to get into that tunnel.
And who makes that?
That's also Airward as well. So that works out very nicely. And I think that's about it. I'm going to be doing some more things on the firewall here soon. Just before we put covering and everything on. It's just a lot easier before we put this forward section on. So for those of you who are first-time RV10 builders, some of the areas, you know, for maintenance down the road are important to build for. I've stressed that in some of my columns and videos. One of the areas that I've always found to be a weak spot are the steps for the RV10. Matter of fact, for some of the others as well. Every once in a while, this step that inserts right in here needs to come out. Sometimes the weld breaks underneath it. Sometimes it gets a little sloppy in that hole. And so there's a couple of ways you can do to make that easier. Didn't know about it on our RV10 initially, and then it's really hard to get in here and figure out where this hole is for the bolt that's actually inside underneath the baggage floor. So Airward, again, makes a really nice inspection panel. You can make your own if you want, but I would definitely put this inspection panel in here so you can get to this bolt. And then TCW makes some really nice bushings that are going to fit inside the step, and they will stop some of that elongation that goes on with the bolt wear from just stepping on that step. Basically what's going on, you step on the step to get in, and you're also kind of pushing back on it as you get up into the airplane. So over time, that bolt hole tends to elongate a little bit and the step gets kind of loose. So trying to figure out ways to stop that from happening. I think this should work with these bearings, bushings here. And then if we ever do need to replace it, I can get to it easy. The other thing I think it will do for us is we're going to, the step installation is coming up here soon. And then we've got this step hanging down that you're always going to bang into your shin. It hurts. Having this inspection panel, we'll be able to leave this step out for a much longer time and just insert it when we're ready. So I think that just makes things easier there. I know it'll save some bumps on my shins. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope all of you got through that severe weather front that moved through the States. That was a big one. We did okay here in Atlanta, but unfortunately, we know some people didn't do so well. So hope none of you were impacted. And again, thanks for watching.